Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you had a great weekend. I want to thank you for the amazing comments and support here on our last few videos. You always pull through for me and I really appreciate it. There are plenty of places you could be and you choose to hang with us every week, and I'm not sure there's enough words to properly thank you all, but just know that it means a lot for real. Alright, enough of the mushy stuff, let's get into the games, right? Today we have another round of great deals. We're focusing on games under $2. And we have a few games you might not have heard of before, so as always I'm excited to highlight them for you right now. Oh, and we'll have another game giveaway coming soon, so stay tuned for that. And if you enjoy the video, a like is always appreciated. Alright, let's go ahead and dive in. Stay safe, my friends. Alright, we'll start today with Black Future 88, which is a fun action platformer that gives players 18 minutes to make it to the top of a tower full of enemies, bosses, and other various hazards. It offers procedurally generated levels and has local co-op for 2 players as well. Now the game is not very easy at all, and it really doesn't hold your hand, so if you die early and often, don't let it stress you. Each death you'll earn experience and become stronger, so eventually things will become a bit easier on you. Now during the run you can also find temporary upgrades and you can do a bit of exploring, but you'll have to keep in mind that 18-minute timer is there always. It does have a cool presentation and cyberpunk setting, and right now you can pick it up on sale at a new low of just $1.99, marked down 90% until the 2nd, and the download is around 2 gigs. Bot Vice is an incredibly difficult gallery shooter here on the Switch, and it has a download around 170 megabytes, offering players roughly 5 to 10 hours of gameplay. And again, this one doesn't hold your hand at all, it just sort of throws everything at you right away after a short demo, and from there you just practice until you get better. The graphics and controls are both great, and you have a few different weapon upgrades you'll acquire while playing, and they can give you a bit of an advantage, but for the most part you're always outnumbered and dodging enemies both melee and ranged until you reach the boss of each stage. Now if you do find the game is just too hard, there is a rookie mode which will shift things around a bit, but either way this is a must buy if you haven't played it yet, and it's on sale once again for $1.99, marked down 80% until the 29th. Next we have Clash Force, which is a single-player 2D arcade-style action platformer with a small download around 50 megabytes, and while the main game mode is only about an hour long, it's a game you can play over and over, plus you have 3 playable characters for a bit of variety as well. Now the game does feature an auto-fire button, so you won't have to worry about icing down your thumb after each game session, and that's always appreciated. And there's a difficulty slider which does alter the game quite a bit, so again if you find it just too hard, you can play around with that and it should help out. Now the game will save your progress, however you'll lose any weapon upgrades you've acquired when you jump back in later, so keep that in mind. It's another game that really does have a retro feel, and if you're interested you can pick it up right now for just $1.99, marked down 60% until the 27th. Cosmos Bit is a single-player platform adventure title, and this one has an incredible retro look to it. At first the main character reminded me of the little dude from Air Fortress back from the original NES, and even the sound effects they used in the game really hit that nostalgic itch as well. At the core the game is a Metroidvania, and it takes maybe 3 or 4 hours to complete, and it does have a pretty wide variety of cool locations and different weapons or special items to find, and many of those will be needed to blow up a wall or traverse to different areas that you couldn't reach before. And even though the game does look pretty simple, it can get a bit challenging, especially on some of the boss battles, and right now you can pick it up for just $1.99, marked down 60%, bringing it to a new low until the 27th. Dojoran is a true hidden gem here on the Switch. It's a single-player 1-bit platform adventure title that offers more than 25 different levels that start off simple enough, but by the end it's another incredibly difficult game. Luckily though, it does allow the player time to learn each new ability or hazard that it plans to throw at you, and so again, while it can be tough, it never really is an unfair game at all. Plus there are checkpoints and you have unlimited lives, so you can just practice until you get it. It does have a pretty comedic story, and the idea of playing as a ninja frog should probably be all anyone has to say, but if you haven't played yet, you can pick it up for just $1.99, marked down 60% until the 27th, and the download is about 40 megabytes. Next up we have Lost Castle, which is a fun roguelike here on the Switch with a cartoonish look, and it features both online and local co-op, making it a great game if you want a fun game to play with friends. It has a download around 850 megabytes and offers more than 30 hours of gameplay, and the online has always worked perfectly for the crew whenever we hopped on to play for a bit. At the start of every run you're given a few different options, and you can customize your character as well, which is pretty cool, plus the gameplay is a blast, with fun combat, cool and unique bosses, but once again it's another incredibly difficult one, so be prepared to get whooped up on for a bit before you start to dish it back. There are also a ton of cool weapon and armor upgrades to find, and right now Lost Castle is back on sale for just $1.99, marked down 80% until the 26th. Rush Rover is a top-down twin-stick shooter with procedurally generated levels here on the Switch, and it has a download around 65 megabytes, offering local co-op for 2 players as well. It has a unique graphical style, and the enemies and enemy projectiles are all color-coded, making it a bit easier to pick them out from the backgrounds. But again, this is another tough game, and since no run is ever really the same, you'll occasionally run into a room full of more challenging enemies early on, and that can mean the end of a run prematurely. Overall though, the game is really addictive with cool weapons, and even though it's not the easiest game, it doesn't ever really feel cheap either. In addition to the main mode, you also have a bullet hell challenge mode, which will improve your skills as well, and right now you can pick it up for just $1.99, marked down 60% again until the 27th. Next up we have Super Mutant Alien Assault, which is a single-screen platform shooter that offers local co-op for 2 players and comes in with the download around 100 megabytes. Now in this one, the story sees Earth being destroyed by aliens, and in the mayhem we escape on the last spaceship, and thus they give chase. So basically you're fighting for the survival of mankind, no big deal. Now in each level you start off unarmed, and you'll have to pick up whatever they give you and then go from there. The levels themselves are randomized, so it does have a bit of variety, and then after a set number of stages you'll face off with a boss. It does have a pretty intense soundtrack as well, and once again it's another difficult game, so be aware of that, but right now it's on sale for $1.99, marked down 80% until the 22nd. Trash Quest is a fun single-player Metroidvania with a download around 200 megabytes, and it offers about 2 hours of gameplay, and of course as you can tell they went with a unique look, but the gameplay itself is somewhat unique as well, in that you have no checkpoints, just one single respawn point. Now that one respawn point does happen to be a trash bin, and our main character is a gun-toting raccoon that's never quite himself when hungry. Now if you die on a boss, you'll start right outside the room, which is nice, and any power-ups or shortcuts will remain after death as well, and if you get lost you can pull up your map, but I never really found it that helpful, but it is nice that it's there at least. It does have online leaderboards, and there is a speedrun fandom out there for the game as well, and right now you can pick it up for just $1.99, marked down 80% until the 24th. Next up we have Apple Slash, which is a pretty unique single-player top-down mixture of adventure and twin-stick hack-and-slash mechanics that offers a short but enjoyable main game mode. It can be beaten in about an hour, but it's another game that you can pick up and play in short sessions or play over and over again, and while the story is somewhat lacking, the combat is fun and the game runs well on the Switch, but of course you can see again they went with a unique graphical style that may turn some away. But if it looks interesting to you, it's back on sale for just $1.99, marked down 60% until the 27th, and the download is about 180 megabytes. Alright everybody, here are a few other games to check out while you're already on the eShop. Alright everybody, thank you all so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video or you like the Switch, we have plenty more content on the channel. Feel free to check it out.
That's all for today's list. We hope you liked the video. If you did, consider subscribing and liking down below. Okay, bye!